Anyway, it wasn't going to work out, and we knew it. We just sat in Patty's living room and learned what song do you know, and
started putting together a list, and
yeah.
we just sort of jammed through them and say, okay, we know enough, that's good. Went out and went to clubs.
Yeah, we auditioned. There's no demo tape or anything like that. We went to clubs and said,
We'd get all dressed up and say, we'd like to, do you have music here? And they go, yes, but we don't have lounge music. We have a full band on Saturday, night. And we wanted that slot. We were like, well, that's what we're going for. And they were, oh, okay, I don't know. You could be background music, at the happy hour. So sometimes we say, okay, we'll come in, set up, or we'd go to places, especially, this was the really good thing. We'd go to a place that didn't have music. But it looked like, they had a nice lounge. Maybe it was a restaurant. And then they'd have a room where people would come and sit. Bar would maybe be in another little place, and they would come into this room and sit and have their drink before they were called in for dinner. So we would go to places like that and say, well, this would be a good room to play in. And they go, well, we don't really have music here, And we go, look, if you want to try, we'll come on Thursday. We'll set up and just play a few tunes and see how it works. And that's what we did. Mm-hmm. Because there were already bands playing in all these other clubs. And so we tried to find places that didn't have it.
Yeah.
And create a place for us. And it worked.
Yeah. Because the duo never get the weekend gig. They always want a band.
Yeah, but we wanted, we got ourselves up to where they didn't have a band on the weekend. We got those gigs certain nights every weekend. We had certain nights a week that we played different clubs. So it just worked out for us that way. But I think this would be something that I would say for other duos when you talk about people wanting to try and what to do, is that when you look around, go someplace where they don't have it.
Yeah.
That looks just right. It doesn't, it's a great little bookshop, and we didn't care if people weren't listening. We wanted to go get paid or have the tip jar or whatever so we could practice when we were in tunes. And so we wanted to get some money, but that wasn't the focus.